Welcome back to Charlotte 49ers Dynasty here on College Football 25, where we are coming off a big win in our very first game of the season versus James Madison, where we won 35-16. But things do not get easier this week, as we have to go into North Carolina, into Chapel Hill, and play the North Carolina Tar Heels, who are our biggest in-state rival in this series. And we got to try to figure out a way to compete with them, despite them being a significantly higher overall than us. First and foremost, though, let's go ahead and jump over into our recruiting and see how things went last week. So we put points on a bunch of guys going into last week, but we haven't came over here and checked it out yet. Looks like Josh Ringo, a 4-star wide receiver out of Raleigh, North Carolina, we are first on. So I really like that. We're going to have to continue sending the house at him. As well as Josh Leach, we are number 1 on. He is a bust, but he's a 4-star left tackle who has very good stats. 88 strength, 75 pass block, 75 run block, 69 agility only, but he looks like a really good player. The bust, I'm sure, is just over dev trait. But for a school like us, any 4-star is worth going and getting, even if he is a bust. But we are first on Josh Leach as well. Georgia Luakun, it looks like we're gaining on, but we might be in a little bit of a battle with North Carolina State. Josh Fuller, it looks like we are first on, as well as Justice Dubs. Tavarius Blunt, we are also first on, as well as Prince Owuchuwuku, I think is how you say his name. I'm not 100% sure on that, but hopefully I'm not butchering that. Jameson Harriet we're first on. James Scully we are first on, but there is a few close battles, including JMU, who we beat last week. So us getting above them might be because we beat them. And then we are also first on Clayton Little. So it looks like we are first on everybody on our board at the moment, other than Georgia Luakun, who we are gaining on still though. So I feel really good about where recruiting is at. I am going to go through, and if there's anybody that I can hard sell, I'm going to do that. I will keep you guys updated if there is anybody that I end up hard selling. So it looks like Josh Fuller is ready to hard sell. This must be his hard sell. It's the only one that matches up. I'm worried about the D athletic facilities, but it does look like we still get all 5 towards our influence. So I like that. We're also going to put those 10 back on him. So we went ahead and hard sold Josh Fuller here. And it does look like Josh Fuller is the only guy on our board that's ready for a sell. So we're going to go ahead and keep it at that. I do want to go and take a look at the stats from our last game versus JMU, because I think that I forgot to do that after the game, but I am curious about what the stats look like. So our quarterback, Max Brown, had 239 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. He also did fumble the ball a lot. I'm pretty positive of that. Teron Kelman had 60 yards rushing. Jarius Mack had 102 yards on only 2 catches. He had 1 really long touchdown catch, for 83 yards. 83-yard touchdown catch, which was pretty awesome. So that's good. I'm curious about the defense, though. Oh, no, we did look at the stats. Now I'm remembering, because CJ Burton actually won Defensive Player of the Week for the American Conference. So that's a great start to the season for CJ Burton. But with not much housekeeping needing to be done, I think we are ready to jump into our game here versus our biggest in-state rival, the North Carolina Tar Heels, who are an 84 overall compared to our 78. Is it possible? Can we go out there and beat North Carolina at Chapel Hill? There's only one way to find out. Let's jump in. This is a team that we will be playing every single year here in this rebuild. Can we start out here in year 1 with an upset win versus North Carolina? Let's get this thing underway. Dwayne Thomas Jr. back to return. Let's see if we can make something happen here. Doesn't look like it. Down on the 19. And here we go. We are going to come out early and try to make a statement here. Let's see if we can get a big play on the very first play of the game. Does not look like it. We actually take a huge shot with our quarterback. Let's send Jarius Mack deep here. He is getting pressed pretty heavily, so it'd be nice if he could beat press coverage. As long as that safety doesn't help over, maybe I take a shot to him. But it looks like the safety is going to help. I tried to go across the middle to R1, but we just took a shot by Kamen Rucker. And now it is already 3rd and long here for us. Can we find a way to pick this up? I would rather Mac actually get past the first down line here. So let's go with that. Let's see if anything gets open here. We're actually just going to take it underneath, but we get pressured again, and already we have to punt. And we do not have a good punter either. Like, yeah, this guy is just pretty horrible. He can only punt like 30 yards seemingly. So North Carolina is going to start with good field position here. We got to deal with Amari and Hampton. We're going to have to deal with Kamen Rucker all game long. This North Carolina offense is real dynamic. It's a very good team. I think even an 84 overall is a little bit low for this team. And already, Amari and Hampton with a 6-yard rush. It's going to be tough to stop him all game. I worry about going man coverage just because we don't really have the athletes to keep up. But, oh, I thought it was a run, but instead it was an RPO where they take a slant across the middle to Kobe Paysauer. And they pick up a first down, and already North Carolina is nearing field goal range, if not already in field goal range. Probably like 5 yards out, though. Looks like another run to Amari and Hampton. Can we blow it up? We fill the hole. We can't get there into the backfield, but there is a flag on the field. It isn't going to be a hold. And it will. Hold on North Carolina is going to set them back. It's going to be 1st and 13 now. 1st and 13. They hand it off again. Can we get in the backfield? Pretty good play there by our right end. Couldn't tell who that is. Spellman. I think it's maybe Reed Spellman. I can't remember 100%. Maybe it's Donovan Spellman, actually. I think it's Donovan Spellman is our right end. Good play by him nonetheless. And now it is 2nd and 12 where they're running the ball again. It's not even Amari and Hampton in the backfield. It's their backup running back. And we shut it down. And just like that, it is 3rd and 12. We're going to pass commit. Can we get a stop? Looks like they're taking a shot to the end zone. And McGuire Neal, our strong safety, is there to intercept the pass. He's a sophomore. I think he's actually our free safety. Our sophomore free safety goes up, gets the pick, and we hold North Carolina off the board on their first possession. And I think we got to come out and get the ball on the ground here. We have not ran the ball at all yet. Let's try to get Teron Kelman some touches here. They blow up the play kind of, but we do find a little bit of space. We get up to 2nd and 6, which is actually pretty impressive considering their defensive tackle absolutely bitched our lineman there. Like just tossed his ass out of the way. So I can't be too upset about that. Let's go play action. They are blitzing. I'm just going to throw a ball up to Dwayne Thomas. And if the ball was accurate, it would have been a huge play. But instead, our quarterback, Max Brown, misses it by just a little bit with the pressure in his face. And now it is 3rd and 6. Can we pick up a first down here? We're going to go underneath to the tight end. It's Colin Weber. He's rumbling down the sideline, gets out of bounds, but we do get the first down. Feels like that's almost like our first positive play of the game. I know it's not quite, but man, we really have not seen a whole lot of success here. We're going to take another shot, though. We get hit as we throw, but the ball still finds Dwayne Thomas Jr., who breaks a tackle and picks up like 25 yards on the play. He absolutely burnt the cornerback there. It would have been a touchdown. Sorry, I'm going to jump into instant replay here. This would have been a touchdown if we didn't get hit. If that ball was out here, that's a touchdown for Dwayne Thomas Jr. Instead, we get hit. It's a little bit of a wobbler, but Dwayne Thomas Jr. does a good job coming back to the football and then breaks a tackle and gets tackled out of bounds. Let's get the ball back on the ground to Teron Kelman. And let's see what we can do here on first down. Not a whole lot of anything. North Carolina blows it up. And it's Kamen Rucker again. We're going to have to figure out a way to block that guy. Maybe there's just not one, though, to be fair. And again, Kamen Rucker pretty much instantly tosses our right tackle to the side and gets the sack. And our quarterback, Max Brown, is already at a pretty high risk of injury here. We've taken a lot of hits early on in this game. I'm trying to get our tight end on a slant route. He can't hear me, but he does that time. Can we pick up this 3rd and 19? We're going to go across the middle. And oh my goodness, it's just a horrible pass by Max Brown. And I think we're going to have to punt here. That just absolutely sucks. And it's not even a great punt. Not a great way to end that possession, but there was promising things there on offense. We did look good. We drove down the field. We just could not capitalize. And they're going to the flats. That's intercepted by CJ Clinkscales. And it is going to be returned for a touchdown. That is the 2nd week in a row that CJ Clinkscales makes a huge play and gets an interception. And that is a 15-yard pick six to give Charlotte a 7-0 lead here in the first quarter over the rivals North Carolina. And North Carolina's fans cannot believe it. And oh my God, that lady's eyeballs were bulging out of her head. Kicking it back off to North Carolina here. Let's see if we can get a stop on the kickoff. And we do! We force a fumble, but I think they landed on it. No! We picked up the ball. We just absolutely cracked that guy. And it is our ball on the 14-yard line. Oh my goodness. And we're going to take a shot to Colin Weber in the end zone. What a ball by Max Brown. Getting it out in front of Colin Weber. And just like that, it is 14-0 here versus North Carolina. Oh my God. The momentum felt to be on North Carolina's side a little bit with this crowd really into this game. But we responded to the crowd by getting a pick six. And on the very next play, on the kickoff, we force a fumble, we recover it, and we score a touchdown. What a way to start this game here. And we are kicking it off again to North Carolina. Can we make another play? I'm going to hit stick him again. He does spin into it. I did kind of crack him, but he holds on this time. North Carolina will take possession of the football here. Let's see if our defense can continue to make some plays. We're going to blitz. I think they're going to get it back on the ground. No, they won't. They're going to the flats again. We're going to use our CJ Clinkscales here. And actually, they're running to our side. We get blocked out of the play. Amari Hampton does pick up a first down and continues to break tackles. Fights for about 12, 13 yards there. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Looks like they're just checking down behind the line. Amari and Hampton is way behind the line. I also think he stepped out of bounds before catching it. And he did. Illegal touching on the offense. But I think we're just going to decline this and make it 2nd and 20. I don't know why their quarterback threw it 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage on a check down. But, hey, we'll take it. 2nd and 20 now for North Carolina. And they are going underneath, where Dante Balfour picks it off again. And we have 2 pick sixes here in the first quarter versus North Carolina. Oh my goodness. This game could not have went any better than what it is going right now. We are up 21-0 on our in-state rival North Carolina, and this crowd is absolutely silent. We are hit-sticking the ball carrier every time. We're jumping passes for interceptions. Looks like they handed off to Amari Spellman to the outside. He does break a tackle, but our defense is just rallying to the football like crazy right now. North Carolina just does not have an answer for us to this point in the game. Maybe they figure it out, but as of right now, we are just playing perfect football. Prince Bama with the tackle does stop them from picking up the first down there. It is 3rd and inches. Can we get a stop? We're going to go ahead and blitz here on 3rd and inches. If they run, yep, they are running. We're going to try to blow it up, but Amari Hampton does find the first down, unfortunately. This looks like another running formation. We're going to kind of blitz up here, and it is another run. McGuire Neal, I get all the way back in the backfield with, but he just doesn't even wrap up for the tackle. Can we get a stop here? Can we force a punt? Looks like they're going to run it. We blow it up with Prince Bama. We get a tackle for loss, and North Carolina is going to have to punt the ball back to us again. Down 21-0 here in this first quarter. Everything is just going our way right now. I better go and check the difficulty just to like double check that we are on Heisman, because everything just seems to be going way too well. And oh my God, again, Dwayne Thomas with a sick kick return there. I'm going to go check the difficulty real quick just to double check that we are on Heisman, because we are. Everything is feeling real easy right now versus North Carolina. And as I was saying at the beginning of this game, like North Carolina is a very good team right now. Maybe a better football team than they are a basketball team, which is probably the first time that you could ever say that for North Carolina. But I mean, they have a very good football program. We find a receiver across the middle. It wasn't necessarily the greatest read, but looks like Justin Olsen does make the catch for about 16 yards there. Dwayne Thomas is open across the middle, but oh my goodness, the ball sails all the way over to the strong safety, and North Carolina finally makes a big play here. Max Brown just sails that ball way out in front of our receiver. I tried to even lead him down the field, like back towards me. Ball was floated. North Carolina gets an interception. They have the ball right back on offense. But we are blowing them up in the backfield again. But that is the end of the first quarter, where your Charlotte 49ers are up 21-0 versus the North Carolina Tar Heels at Chapel Hill. And North Carolina's crowd cannot believe it. All right, 2nd and 11. Can we get a stop here? They are passing the ball. They just check down underneath. Prince Bama is right there. And it is 3rd and 9. They continue to just check down underneath. This quarterback is scared to take chances now. He's already thrown 2 pick sixes. And will he take a shot? No, he will not. I was all over that with Al-Mahi Ali. And Max Johnson just throws the ball away, and North Carolina will punt again. Man, they can just not get anything going this game. Can we get a block on that outside guy here? Doesn't look like it, but we do break a tackle there with Dwayne Thomas Jr., and he picks up a pretty decent gain on the punt return again. He's a very good playmaker. I want to get the ball in his hands more often. Sometimes it just doesn't seem like we can, but we're going to try here. We're going to take a shot. And oh my goodness, Max Brown has missed Dwayne Thomas Jr. on a post route across the middle twice this game now. Both could have been touchdowns. Instead, no touchdowns out of him. We're going to take another shot here, though. Justin Olsen just absolutely burns North Carolina on the corner route. We make the catch along the sidelines, and we are down to the 34-yard line yet again here. We're going to run here on 2nd and 10, which I don't necessarily love most of the time, but we do get to the outside here with Teron Kelman, and we pick up 15, 17 yards there or something like that, and get it to 3rd and 4 here. We got to convert. We're looking for a touchdown. We have a guy open in the flats. Are we past the first down line? They're going to call it 4th and inches. Do we take the field goal here, or do we go for this? I definitely don't want to run towards Kamen Rucker. I mean, we have 7 guys here to block, and they only have 4 guys on the line. I feel good about this. We're going to hike the ball and go for it. And Teron Kelman does pick it up, and it is 1st and goal from the 3-yard line here. I don't like anything here. I'm just going to throw it away. They're going to call a flag for intentional grounding. Why would Max Brown not throw it out of the back of the end zone? We are at the 3-yard line. Just throw it out of the back of the end zone, and it's not intentional grounding. I'm just going to throw quickly to X, and I think it's going to be a touchdown. Nope, he does drop back in coverage, though. We're just going to drop off underneath to our running back, Teron Kelman, who gets us to 3rd and goal from the 9-yard line. I don't necessarily love anything. We're just going to throw the ball away, and we're going to take our 3. And we are just absolutely dominating North Carolina right now. They can barely pick up first downs. If they do pick up first downs, they drive down the field a little bit, and Max Brown throws an interception. It just has not been a good day for this North Carolina offense. Looks like they are going to try to get it back on the ground here, though. And it's actually a swing pass to the outside to number 6. Pretty good play there, but they still only pick up 6. McGuire Neal comes down and makes the tackle. And it is 2nd and 4. They got a guy coming in motion here. Looks like a jet touch pass. And Prince Baymaw gets back there to blow it up and hold them to 3rd and 1. What a play by Prince Baymaw. I thought for sure that running back was going to get a block on me, but he just let me go free. And I got back there with Prince. Let's see if we can stop them again here on 3rd down. 3rd and 1. Looks like it's going to be a run. We're going to try to guess it. Oh, it's actually a quarterback keeper. But McGuire Neal, what a play there by our sophomore free safety. I thought that the running back was getting it, went after him, and then recovered all the way back across the field, caught up to Max Johnson, and they are going to have to punt to us again, following yet another huge stop by the Charlotte 49ers defense. North Carolina has no answers for our defense right now. We are flying around this field. Our offense, we're going down and scoring every possession seemingly, and defensively, we are just absolutely shutting them down. And again, we have another big run. Teron Kelman with another 13-yard run there on 1st down. We're going to go back to this play again. Dwayne Thomas Jr. has been wide open on this post route twice this game, and we haven't been able to seem to find him. Will this be the time that he gets open again? I don't love it. I'm going to go to square instead along the sideline. Did he make the catch? Did they call it inbounds? I don't know. They won't show me. It just says 2-minute warning. It looks like they did call it inbounds. So Jarius Mack with an awesome catch along the sideline. And now he is being press covered on the outside with only a single high safety here. I think this is a time that we take a shot to Jarius Mack deep. He has great speed. Can he beat that cornerback? Doesn't look like he necessarily beats him, but can he go up and get the ball? No, he cannot. Number 28 for North Carolina does break it up. See what gets open. Actually, we're going to take another shot again. I think Justin Olsen might have won off the line. And oh my God. Justin Olsen absolutely head tops that motherfucker. And he's hitting the Heisman pose. And these North Carolina fans, all of them have their eyeballs sticking out of their fucking heads. They cannot believe it. I don't know. They're very, very scary looking. But what else is scary is Justin Olsen absolutely bitching that cornerback for North Carolina. And we go up 31-0. Let me say that again. We go up 31-0 here in the first half versus North Carolina. And we are back on defense. 1:43 left in the half. Are we going to be able to come out and get one last stop? Can we shut them out for the entire first half? We're going to try our best, and we get back there for the sack. Donovan Spellman on the sack. Max Johnson cannot find an open receiver. He is having a horrible game, throwing pick sixes and getting sacked seemingly every single play. Donovan Spellman, our senior right end, gets back there and blows up the quarterback, and it is now 2nd and 19 here for North Carolina. We're going to pass commit. If we get a stop and they're in 3rd and long after this play, oops, I'm stuck on a defensive lineman here, but we get another sack. We're actually going to call a timeout here. We're going to stop the clock. Maybe there's a chance that we score again before the half. That time it's Des Morgan, and we are just playing so well right now. It is 3rd and 26. We're going to pass commit. We're going to get off these cornerbacks. Looks like they actually just run it up the middle. We're completely fine with that. We make the tackle on Amarian Hampton. And actually, there's an injury timeout for North Carolina. So we are going to have 1 minute and 17 seconds and 2 timeouts to come down and try to score yet again here before the end of the first half. We only need about 30 yards-ish for field goal range, but we're looking for more than just a field goal. We want another touchdown here before the half, and we tried to take a shot to Justin Olson, but instead we got hit. Max Brown's risk of injury is at high right now. I don't love that. But we're going to try a wide receiver screen here to Jarius Mack. Let's see if it can work. Oh my God. Number 28 for North Carolina breaks on that ball at an unhuman-like speed and intercepts us. Elijah Hoosie again. Just absolutely broke on that and gets an interception. Thankfully, it wasn't a pick six. Very easily could have been. But now North Carolina, with 1 minute and 2 seconds left in the half, are in position to get some points up here. Can we stop them from getting points on the board? And we get another sack. Max Johnson will not throw the ball. Our defense is everywhere, and it is Des Morgan. One half of the Des brothers there in the middle. Des Morgan with another sack. And it is 2nd and 17 where we're going to pass commit here. Can we keep them out of field goal range? Let's see. It's another sack. Oh my God. Is that 4 plays in a row that we have got a sack on? I couldn't even tell who that one was. It was our star left end, Demon Clowney, on the sack. And they are going underneath where CJ Clinkscales probably could have intercepted that. Instead, he just bats it down. And we are getting the ball back here again with 41 seconds left in the half. Can we finally get something to happen here at the end of the half? We're not taking our foot off the gas. We're going to continue to try to make big plays. We're going to continue to try to add to this lead. It's 31-0 right now. Can we make it 38-0 before the half? Square is open across the middle. It's Jarius Mack. He gets a good chunky yardage and gets down. We're going to go ahead and call a timeout there. Here we go. 1st and 10 with 29 seconds left in the half. We're actually just going to check it down to Teron Kelman. We're just going to get out of bounds there. We pick up about 9 yards, only wasted 3 or 4 seconds off the clock. So I really like that play. We're going to go to 4 verts here. Justin Olson is being pressed on that right side. If he wins deep, we're going to take a deep shot to him. If not, we might look for Kelman on a Texas route here. I want to put our running back on a Texas route. Let's see if anything gets open. And actually, we're going to take a shot across the middle to X. It's Dwayne Thomas Jr., but we are actually just throwing another interception. Number 16 for North Carolina this time. And right here is when I see the guy open and I take the pass. I thought that 16 was just going to stay over here on this left side. But instead, right when I pass this ball, he cuts back down all the way across the field, gets the interception, and gives North Carolina the ball back here. With 18 seconds left in the half. The last 2 minutes of this half have been absolutely hectic. But doesn't matter. We're still up 31-0. I'd be more mad about these interceptions if I wasn't absolutely dominating this game right now. But being up by this much, it makes throwing an interception a little bit easier. Let's go after him. They're taking a shot to the corner. And oh my God, what a ball there by Max Johnson. Really his first good pass of the game. Gets them all the way down to the 3-yard line where they're just going to settle for a field goal. And it is from the far right hash. But he does drill it. And we are going to go into the half up 31-3 here on North Carolina. Well, actually, there is 3 seconds left in the half. So I guess we will have one more shot to either return a kick or make a big play. Looks like we're going to have to try to return this kick. Let's see what Dwayne Thomas can do. And actually, Dwayne Thomas breaks into the open field. The very last play of the half, Dwayne Thomas to the 20, to the 10, dives into the end zone and gives the Charlotte 49ers a 38-3 lead here on their rivals, North Carolina, on the road in the first half. Oh my God. Dwayne Thomas Jr. with a massive kick return there to end the half. Good block set up the entire way. I kind of stumbled on my words on the return. But what a play by Dwayne Thomas Jr. And we are going into the half 38-3 in what might be the best half of Charlotte 49ers football in school history. Not even exaggerating there. 38-3 versus North Carolina. We are dominating on every aspect of the game other than the fact that we're just throwing picks just like they are. But the difference is when we don't throw picks, we score touchdowns. And when they don't throw picks, they go 3 and out. Not to mention our defense has just been absolutely balling. We have 2 defensive touchdowns this game. We have 4 sacks on their quarterback. And we are starting the second half up by 35 points against North Carolina. We have to stay locked in here though, because North Carolina's offense is an offense that can turn it on at any moment. And if we let them come back in the second half, I might cry. There's the tight end across the middle. Max Johnson's taking another shot across the middle where we can't wrap up with Al-Mahi Ali. And Nate McCollum picks up about 25 yards there for North Carolina. First 2 plays of the second half, North Carolina's offense finally looks like they're starting to do something here. And now they're running it with Amari and Hampton, where I'm just getting blocked like crazy by that guard. Running back in motion. We're going to go with him. They're going across the middle, and it is caught by number 18. I think that's the tight end, Nesbitt again. And North Carolina scores their first touchdown of the game here, making it 38-10 with 4 minutes left in the third quarter. All right, we are back to return again here. Oh, by the way, North Carolina's kicker wears number 98, and I kind of really hate it. It really bothers me, but oh my God, Dwayne Thomas back into the open field, and he is running down the sidelines to the 20, to the 10. He breaks the tackle, and it is another kick return touchdown here for our dynamic playmaker, Dwayne Thomas Jr., our slot receiver. He's just a sophomore, and he has back-to-back kick returns in this game, giving us a 35-point lead again here on North Carolina. Dwayne Thomas Jr. is just returning kick after kick, and North Carolina cannot seem to find a way to tackle this guy. Oh my goodness. And their offense is right back out on the field after scoring their very first touchdown of the game, finally getting a little bit of momentum. But we get back into the backfield again, and it looks like it is Evans on the sack. I'm not sure what his first name is, but Evans gets the sack. Katron Evans, that's right. He's our defensive tackle with like 95 strength, 84 power moves. Gets back on North Carolina's quarterback, and it is 2nd and 18 again here for North Carolina, where they just run up the middle with Amari and Hampton. He does break a tackle, but Demon Clowney is injured. I really hope that that's not serious. We're on such a high right now. It's 45-10. We're absolutely dominating. But Demon Clowney is a guy that we just simply cannot lose. One of the best players on this entire team. One of the best names in the nation. They go to a halfback screen here where Amari and Hampton break seemingly 17 fucking tackles. But we do get him down, and it looks like it's bruised ribs for Demon Clowney. We're gonna bring in his substitute. We are up 45-10. And on 4th and inches, down by 35 points, North Carolina will punt us the ball back in what is maybe the weakest move I've ever seen. It is 4th and inches, and you're down by 35 points at home, and you're just giving us the ball back. Essentially just giving up the game. We're going to go underneath to our backup tight end, Kennan. Can we pick up the first down here and keep this drive going? We're going to actually get it on the ground to Teron Kelman. I like our numbers here on the line. We have 7 down linemen here. Can we get to the second level and pick up a block? It doesn't look like it. Colin Weber is now down, our star tight end. So that's our highest overall defensive player and then our highest overall offensive player getting hurt on back-to-back plays. And we're going to have to punt back to North Carolina here. We're still looking so good in this game. But these injuries, if they start to build up, it would really suck for the future. And our defense is back out on the field. Can we continue to just make big plays? Our defense has been a big play machine this game. They're getting it back on the ground to Amari and Hampton. and we hold him to about 3. We're on Reed Williford here. Oh my goodness, what a change of direction there by Amari and Hampton. I thought that I was filling the gap that he was cutting into. Instead, he just glitches to the outside and picks up a few extra yards. Luckily, we did make the tackle still. It is 3rd and 2 here, where I think they're going to go underneath. I thought I was there for the interception, but it's just barely over my head. Perfect ball there by the quarterback, and it's Nesbitt with another catch. North Carolina's offense has started to find a little bit of something here in this 3rd quarter. It still just hasn't really mattered because of how dynamic our offense and our special teams has been. I mean, we've returned 2 straight kicks for a touchdown. So them scoring hasn't really amounted to much for them, but it has at least started to move down the field a little bit. And it looks like it's actually a play action. That's my bad. I bit on the play action. They go across the middle in my zone, and Nate McCollum picks up about 25 yards on the play. North Carolina is back down here in scoring position. They're in the red zone. Oh my goodness, it's an RPO. I thought it was just a run. What a play there. That was actually set up perfect. That's my zone again. 2 times in a row I bit on a play action, and they threw it directly into my zone. And now it is 1st and goal from the 3 for North Carolina, who are throwing the ball, and we get back there and get another sack. This time it's our middle linebacker, Prince Baymaw, who hits the Michael Jackson over Max Johnson's dead body on the ground. And this North Carolina crowd is just not having a whole lot of fun. But the Charlotte 49ers are having a lot of fun. They're running the ball again here, and Prince Baymaw gets into the backfield, but the air juke makes me miss. They go to empty. I was going to blitz. I'm going to change that now, though. We're going to go Tampa 2 here. I'm playing underneath. They're taking a shot to the end zone, and actually Max Johnson is just throwing it away and conceding for a field goal here. And North Carolina will make it 45-13 in the 3rd quarter. It was just a bad play by me. Kamen Rucker got into the backfield yet again, got pressure on us, forced to 2nd and 10 here. But oh my God, Jarius Mack. He beat the corner. Can the ball get there? Oh my goodness. Max Brown throws an absolute dime, but Jarius Mack just cannot reel it in. He beat the cornerback. The safety was in pursuit there, but it would have been a huge play had he just kept his hands on the ball, and we're going to get sacked pretty much instantly there on that play, where we will have to punt back to North Carolina again. And North Carolina takes back over here in the 3rd quarter with 30 seconds left. Our offense is going to have to try to figure out a way to at least keep the ball for a little bit longer and quit going 3 and out. But we do go back there and blow that up. And we force a 4th and 5 from the 50-yard line. And North Carolina is going to line up to punt. That is the end of the 3rd quarter there. We're up 45-13. We're up by 32 points here. And North Carolina looks like they're going to punt us the ball. Okay, no, they're not. They are going to go for it now that it's the 4th quarter. I was going to say, if they punt us the ball back, that is the biggest, pussy move I've ever seen in my life. They do go across the middle. We make the tackle, but it looks like they do pick up the 1st down there with Bryson Nesbitt. He's been a pretty good security blanket this game. He has 7 catches for 99 yards. We haven't really found a way to stop him. The only good news is they haven't passed him the ball any more than 7 times, because it seems like every time they do pass him the ball, something good happens for them. And on that one, I went for a hit stick on the running back and just absolutely whiffed. 2nd and 13 here. They go underneath. Another check down here for North Carolina. We're fine with that. Long as we just keep them in front of us, force them to continue to just work down the field slowly, I'm completely okay with it. And it's 3rd and 6 here where they have a guy coming in motion. It is a jet touch pass, and he tries to cut up the middle and finds Prince Baymaw right in that gap. And it is 4th and 6. And we can pretty much end the game here. If we get a stop on this 4th and 6, I would like to think that that's probably just going to be the game. They go across the middle, and Nesbitt again makes the catch. We're all over him, but he just hauls it in. They have a receiver coming in motion. He goes all the way across the field and comes into the backfield, actually. Oh, I really wanted them to go across the middle, but instead they try to throw to the outside where Edwards is there to make the interception. I'm trying to go down. Edwards is just running around like a fucking headless chicken in the end zone. But Derek Edwards gets another interception here for this defense. Our defense makes another play, and we are all but guaranteed to win this game at this point. And we're going to step up here with our quarterback. Actually, it's our backup quarterback, Ivy, into the game. Looks like Trexler Ivy is in for Max Brown. Coach decided that it was just time to bring in the backups as opposed to leaving the starters into the game. And I am okay with that. We're going to try to keep the ball on the ground here. Here's our backup running back, Norton, who should get more carries than what he does, Cartevious Norton. He's the same overall as Teron Kelman and has a lot of great abilities, but it just seems like he never comes into the game for us, despite him being our power back. But there he shows off the power and picks up the first down. And that is the 2-minute warning here. We're just continuing to run this clock out. I think we're 2nd and 7 here. We're going to give the ball back down to Cartevious Norton. See what he can do. We do get a good block. Cartevious Norton gets into the open field and runs through that safety number 2 for North Carolina. And Kamen Rucker is injured again. He was just in, got injured, went out of the game, and then came back into the game and got injured again. Looks like our 3rd string running back, Rutledge, is in the game now, though. See what he can do. He actually does get to the outside here. Can he make a guy miss? Not quite. He does pick up a first down for us, and that's pretty much going to be the game here. We're going to run the ball one more time with Cartevious Norton. And actually, we ran one last time with Cartevious Norton where he absolutely trucks a defender. And that will be it. The Charlotte 49ers come into Chapel Hill and beat North Carolina 45-13 behind an outstanding performance from our defense, especially CJ Clinkscales, who had an interception, a pass deflection, and a touchdown. Maybe back-to-back weeks where we could have a defender win Defensive Player of the Week. Dwayne Thomas Jr. was absolutely electric in this game, scoring multiple kick return touchdowns. The offense played really well, especially in that first half. The defense balled out from start to finish, and we come into North Carolina and absolutely dismantle the Tar Heels. Taking a look at the stats here, North Carolina's quarterback Max Johnson did end 23 for 30 for 277. The problem is in those 7 incompletions, 4 of them were interceptions, and 2 of those interceptions were brought back for touchdowns. So just not a good game at all for Max Johnson. For us though, Max Brown went 13 for 28, not great completion percentage. Did have 207 yards for 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions unfortunately. Our backup quarterback threw that 1 pass for 3 yards, so good on him. Rushing, Teron Kelman had 9 attempts for 53 yards, and Cartevious Norton had 8 attempts for 44 yards. I really need to run the ball more often. 5.8 and 5.5 yards per carry for our 2 running backs is just beautiful, honestly. Justin Olsen was our leading receiver with 3 catches for 84 yards, and that 1 huge touchdown where he mossed the defender. Colin Weber also scored a touchdown, had 3 catches for 38 yards. Teron Kelman had 2 catches for 15, and Jarius Mack had 2 catches for 35. And then defensively, looks like Prince Baymaw led the team in tackles with 11. Sacks, we had 2 for Des Morgan, 1 for Demon Clowney, 1 for Prince Baymaw, 1 for Katron Evans, 1 for Donovan Spellman. We had 6 sacks this game. We were absolutely destroying their offensive line. Interceptions, we had 4. It was 1 for Derek Edwards, 1 for Dante Balfour, 1 for McGuire Neal, 1 for CJ Clinkscales, and Dante Balfour and CJ Clinkscales both scored a defensive touchdown on the pick 6 as well. So, I mean, just an amazing game all around for this entire team. Max Brown maybe didn't play out of his mind or anything, but I do think that he still played well despite the 3 interceptions. And after that week, it looks like we're still in a pretty good position for a lot of these guys. We are 4th on Kevin Brockle, but I don't think we actually have points on him. Same thing with Quinn Lincoln, Steve Lewis. I don't think any of these guys that we're not first on, I don't think we even have points on them. All the guys that we do have points on, we are in first. CJ Clinkscales does win the American Conference Defensive Player of the Week with his 1 interception that was a pick 6, 2 tackles. He also had a pass deflection. So that's back-to-back weeks that one of our cornerbacks won Defensive Player of the Week. And next up on the schedule, we have an FCS school where we will have a chance to improve to 3-0 on the season. First, we are going to jump in and spend some of these coach points that we have, though. We do have 10 coach points, so we're going to go ahead and spend those. I think we're going to go into wide receiver. We have a couple wide receivers on our board that we're going after, and that is going to give us recruiting actions to give bonus to wide receivers and tight ends, as well as them taking less time to fully scout. But that is pretty much going to do it here for Charlotte 49ers Dynasty Week 2, Episode 2, where we just absolutely destroyed North Carolina. If you enjoyed that, make sure to leave a like down below. Make sure to subscribe. Comment down below what else you'd like to see from me. And that is pretty much it. Peace.